Australia has announced a tourism support package worth nearly $930 million. The government is looking to boost domestic travel as the country's borders remain closed to international routes. The stimulus includes airfare subsidies for travellers, cheap loans to small tour companies, as well as funding for Australia's two largest airlines. News of that support package drove tourism and travel stocks up. Now, more on what that package entails. 50% subsidies on 800,000 plane tickets and about $155 million for Qantas Airways and Virgin Australia from April to October. And the funds will help maintain aircraft, bringing planes out of storage, and wages for international flying staff. The rescue plan has been designed to ease the pain when JobKeeper wage subsidies end this month.
Great news for Australian aviation. This is great news for Australian tourism. This is great news for Qantas, but particularly for Qantas employees who have suffered pretty badly over the last year. And the great thing about this package is it gets us ready. It allows us to keep those employees, the 7,500 people connected to the airline. It gives them some income to get them through until that flying is up and running. And it gives us confidence we can start with a massive network from day one. And I think that's the important thing. Given this virus, lots of things have happened in the past, and you have to have flexibility around that. We will maintain that flexibility. This package allows us to do that and have full capability of starting international up at scale when the borders do open.
Tourism is a major growth driver for the Australian economy, generating about $47 billion in GDP in 2018-2019. The industry employs around 5% of the country's workforce. The sector was hard hit when Australia closed its international borders, with a few exceptions for returning nationals and some others.
I think if you take
Ryanair, EasyJet and other low-cost airlines have written to the European Union asking that its plan to force carriers to use a certain share of sustainable fuels apply to all flights and not just short-haul ones. It comes as the European Commission is drawing up targets for airlines to use a minimum share of sustainable aviation fuels. The move is aimed at controlling the sector's CO2 emissions. But the group of budget airlines point out that excluding long-haul flights means the very area of the sector that needs to decarbonize the most would not be covered by the legislation.